Hey, guys. It is the Change Navigator. My name is Paula Sun, and welcome to season 4, episode 2. I am known as the Change Navigator because I help people navigate through not life's changes. I am happy to have a very good friend of mine. She is a repeat guest because she has been on the podcast before, but
Yes,
I wanted
yes,
to
I have.
bring her back because she has done something very, very amazing recently. And because it was such a great success, I wanted to bring her back, but I did not do my homework. That's right. I messed up. I dropped the ball on this one. And it's not because she's my friend. It's not because I don't value her. It's not because I was just like, no. It's because I've gotten older and I forget stuff. Yep.
I think we've all gotten there.
I forget stuff. So I forgot to ask her to send me a bio. But here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pivot. And so this is what I'm going to do. Kim, I'm going to give you an opportunity to let the World Wide Web know, let the people know. I'm going to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself. If somebody just happens to come across this podcast, they just happen to be scrolling and they just happen to land here, what would you want the people to know? I mean, this is your opportunity to brag on yourself, to speak well about yourself, to just make your name big. Just throw it out there in the
Yes.
universe. What would you want people to know about you?
That's so funny because I'm introducing myself, rediscovering myself. Now I get to reintroduce myself to the world.
Yes.
One of the things that I would like them to know is my first name. My first name is Kimly. I did
Uh-huh.
not find that out. That's Kimly until
Mhm.
late in life. So I discovered that in my 20s. But as I'm nearing 50, I am no longer the needed mom where my son needs me all the time. I'm not that up close and personal one. Even though we talk, he doesn't need me as much. And so my life is changing. I worked at CenturyLink in the IT company for 22 years. I left there, COVID happened, began to do some different things, and I found myself in the school system. And that's when I realized it is now time to rediscover just who I am.
Mm.
Because the school system has taken me through changes. So even though I went into the school system, family functions were different. As I say, my great nieces. Do you hear me? My great nieces. They were all
Mm-hmm.
getting ready to graduate from high school, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, hold up. They don't need me as much anymore. So I'm just trying to figure out who is Kim Watson? What does Kim Watson like? What would
Uh-huh.
Kim Watson like people to know about her? And
Uh-huh.
so, as I introduce myself, I would like for them to know that I'm the voice that can make change. I'm the voice that can speak, but I'm also the voice that can help people find out just who they are. And let me be real honest before you speak, before you get it out. I know you got a question for me. I don't know it all. I don't
Okay.
know it all, but I'm here to help somebody and we can find our way through this. I do know some good people that know some good information.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I'm in a nutshell. I'm the voice for her.
Okay. You are the voice for her. I like that. So allow me to reintroduce myself. I am the voice for her. I like
For
that.
her.
I
I'm
like
the
that.
voice for her.
So when you got to the point where you realized, you know what, my son doesn't really need me, my great nieces don't really need me. How did that make you feel? Was that liberating or was that scary for you? Like, how did you feel?
Oh, I was somewhere in between wanting to shed tears and want to take a trip somewhere. Like, let me catch a plane while I'm wiping these tears away because it was liberating. It was freeing knowing that I've seen my son grow up and he's able to make decisions and do some things for himself. Like he doesn't need me.
Hmm.
I That's what we do when we're good parents. We put them in a place where they don't need us anymore, and then we still crying because they don't need us. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
but it was freeing. But it also put me at a spot of just trying to figure out what is it that I really like to do,
Mm-hmm.
because most times my nieces, I think there's eight or nine of them that are graduating this year. We did parties with them, life events, everything was with them. So now, what is it that I like to do? What is it that I can do when I'm not attending school functions? What do I like movies? I don't know. So this is some of the things that I started to think about. And then getting up in the morning wasn't just get up and go anymore. I had to get up and sit on the side of the bed and think about, is this knee gonna let me get up? Is
Mm-hmm.
this back pain here? Like, wait a minute, is this really what 50 is all about?
Uh-huh.
No, it's not. It's time to rediscover her.
Wow. And it's so interesting that you're rediscovering her, and then, correct me if I'm wrong, there's also this almost this fear of how many years do I have left to rediscover her, because you've given so many years to other people. And
Right.
now I have these few years to figure out what I want to do, and how many good years do I have left to give to myself.
Oh, and I think that's a change that a lot of people will begin to make, especially when they become empty nesters, or when they walk through the house and they realize that there is nobody there.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
What is it that I'm going to do? So it is kind of scary, but
Mm-hmm.
it's actually pretty motivating,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you find a tribe that's in the same place as you, trying to figure out where do we go from here? What are we gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been fun. It's been
Yeah.
fun. A little
Uh-huh.
scary, but fun.
Navigating that space, huh? Yeah.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
trying to navigate it.
Trying to navigate it. So
Yes.
I invited you on here because you recently did something. Was it about, it was last weekend, November
No,
1st.
November the 1st. It was November
Yeah,
the 1st. Yes.
November the 1st, not November
Yes.
8th, but November 1st.
Yes.
You hosted a brunch
Oh
called
wow.
Her.
Hmm.
Tell me about that. What caused you, what birthed that in you? What was it about? What birthed it in you? How many people did you have? Tell me all about it.
So one of the where it came from, I ask God, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I doing now? Am I in the right place? Am I doing the right thing? I don't know if you have as many questions to God, but He probably gets tired of me asking all these questions. And so I do know that I am a voice, whether it's for the community, for my house. I am a voice. And so I was walking through the store and I was actually buying a tea hat. Is that what they call when you're going on a tea? You wore the fascinators.
Mm-hmm.
I was buying a fascinator and a lady stopped me and she says, "Are you going to a tea?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, it's a tea brunch I'm going to." She says, "I've never been to one before in my life." She says, "I don't have friends that do stuff like that." And I was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm still looking for my hat, going on about my business." And I got left there, went to another place, and another lady was saying, "I wish there was something that women could do because I'm in a spot." And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, God just doesn't drop these things in your spirit one, two, and three times. So it was at that point, and I knew I couldn't sit on it because sometimes I procrastinate. That's
Mm-hmm.
the old her.
Uh-huh.
That's the old her.
Okay.
Um, and so at that point, I was like, you know what? There are a lot of women out there that just want a place where they can belong, a place where they can find themselves
Mm-hmm.
amongst other people. So I just began to put this brunch together. I think I did it within 3 weeks. I
Wow.
think it was 3 weeks. Put a brunch
Wow.
together, and it was strictly just for other women that were interested in rediscovering herself. And I made a video, put it out there. I had just went to rent the building, put the video out there, and I think the video hit maybe 2,000, um, 2,000 views. I don't know how many likes. I guess
Mm-hmm.
I'm Facebook famous now. Nowhere near Facebook famous. But it was at that point, other women just started pinging me and hit me in my inbox and was like, that's me. That's who I am. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out what it is that I like, what I want to do. I've never been on a trip. And one of the things that was mind blowing, there were so many women that had never left the state before.
Wow.
And I'm like, And now I kind of feel bad because I'm like, oh, I've been to 10 countries. I've been over here. I've done that. And I'm like, man, there are so many people living beneath what they could be,
Mm-hmm.
all because they did not stop to discover who they were, or they tucked away who they were. And I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of times we tuck away who we are
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason.
Right. Life happens.
Life happens. You may become the caregiver. It may be grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be your job.
Yeah.
Sometimes your job will give you more hours than you want to give them.
Mm-hmm.
So no, you'll give them more hours, yeah, than you should. And it just
Mm-hmm.
becomes our life. And there's so much more to our life. So that's where I am, rediscovering. And so at the brunch, I found out it wasn't just me. But I
Uh-huh.
think I had about 65 people that actually registered. So I did have a registration. It was very low just to take care of the food and the building. It was $20 and 65 people. When I tell you I was getting hit in the middle of the night, 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, people were
Wow.
registering. So
Wow.
I knew that there was a hunger and a thirst that
Uh-huh.
other young women. Am I still young? I'm almost 50. Am I young?
I mean, in
Be
your
careful how
mind,
you answer this.
right. I'm right there with you. We're
Yeah. So there were a lot of more seasoned women. We may be seasoned.
women of a
Yeah.
certain age.
We're women of a certain age that were also trying to rediscover themselves. So
Uh-huh.
I had a panel. We talked about anywhere from the physical health,
Mm-hmm.
mental health. Those are just going through life changes. Because one of those things that we found ourselves, or I have found myself getting into, is the menopause area.
Uh-huh.
I walk in a room and trying to figure out, why did I walk in this room?
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing in this room?
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to walk back out and gather myself. So we had a nurse practitioner that was there, and she gave some great advice on what you can do. And then
Uh-huh.
we even had the sex topic.
Mm-hmm.
That's a topic that we really don't talk about out loud.
Uh-huh.
Um, and so, there was one of the questions that asked that I've reached this age, I've had a couple of surgeries, and I just don't want to have sex with my husband.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do? And so this person is rediscovering themselves after surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just comes, we can find ourselves in a lot of different areas where we're just trying to figure out who we are or who we're
Na-
coming to be.
navigating unfamiliar territories
Definitely
and
unfamiliar.
having conversations that our mothers didn't have with us.
That was not something that was talked about
Not
at the
something that was
table,
talked.
at the bedroom, in the car. It was just not talked about.
Right.
And I
Because
don't know. Do you think that's just in the Black community, or is that everywhere?
I don't know if it's even a conversation that you think about having with your daughters to
Because
prepare them. You think about preparing them to be maybe mothers or
hmm
have careers or education, but I don't know if you think about preparing them for certain life changes.
hmm
Um, yeah, so maybe that's something we should consider preparing our daughters for. I don't know.
I'm with it. And I remember, as we talk about, sex wasn't something that we prepared for, or we were prepared for. Um, some of the students now that like carrying around tampons and pads, they carry see-through purses with their pads in them. And I'm like, cover that up. And it was like, it's life.
Right, like why?
This, and it was like, you don't have it. And I'm like, but that's secret. You don't show everybody that. And so I
Hmm.
think those are some of the conversations that were secret, so we didn't talk about it. And so those are some conversations that we don't talk about. So what do you do when you're married and your body is saying no, but the spouse is saying yes?
Hmm. Right.
What do you do when you've gotten to the place where you have actually burned out? Mentally, you're burnt out and you just don't have anything to give to anybody else.
That's when you have to be able to create boundaries. You have to
Oh,
be able to speak up for yourself. That's when you have to be aware and
hmm
be okay with speaking up for yourself and
hmm
advocating for yourself. And I think that as African American women, because we have this, I want to say this unspoken, what's the word I'm looking for? This unspoken requirement of being strong.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have to keep going, and we can't say that, hey, I need a pause. I need a break. Um, I'm not okay. I need to step back from this.
Because
And
in so many areas, we are the superhero, or at
if
least we think we are.
we think we are, we think we have to keep functioning at a certain level for stuff to continue to get done. But
Mm-hmm.
guess what? If we're not here, it's going to get done.
It's gonna get done.
If we're not here, if you get what I'm saying.
It's gonna get done.
Yeah.
7 days
So,
later, things will
right.
start happening.
You will be replaced.
You will, yes. And so that's one of the things that as I began to rediscover who I am, because it wasn't like I was a horrible person then or life wasn't good then, but I'm just changing. I'm
Hmm.
evolving. I'm coming into another spot that I'm not accustomed to. So
Hmm.
what do I like here? And I remember I loved cereal. I could eat cereal. It didn't matter what kind all the time. But one morning I woke up and I went to go buy milk, and the thought of milk made me sick. I have not had cereal in about 2 years. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I really would like cereal, but I
Hmm.
just don't want it.
Uh-huh.
And so those things began to change. So now I'm like, okay, what do I like other than cereal?
Hmm.
What foods do I like? And so as we rediscover who we are, our taste buds may have changed.
That's right.
Mhm. And so how do we handle these things? And
Hmm.
so if I'm not accustomed to going places by myself, am I, because we've always had someone with us. We've had our friends, our family, but now I'm having to go places by myself. Can I go and see what food I like and still enjoy me? Some people don't like to go eat by themselves.
I know, and I may be an anomaly, but I love doing stuff by myself.
Hmm.
I,
They say, forget them people.
girl, and
Yeah,
this conversation is not about me. So maybe I need
it's
to
not.
rediscover and figure out how to do stuff with other people.
Oh, that might well no, Paula, you can do both. You can do both. And you do both well, so you're able to balance your friends and yourself because you're gonna get your time, whether you're exercising or not. You're gonna get your time.
Right.
So but as we talk about just rediscovering, I'm just trying to figure out what it is and where I'm going next.
So let me ask you this about the
Mhm.
event, the age group. What was the age range?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm thinking, I'm so smart and I know what God is doing.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking it's gonna be 45 and up.
Hmm.
But the age range, I think the oldest person I had there was probably about 71. The youngest person was 21.
Wow.
And so the younger people were coming, they were like, well, can you have one for discovering her?
Okay.
Okay, that's a new one.
That's
And
good.
yeah, so I did get good feedback from them. And then the older ones were there not just for wisdom, but because they were rediscovering themselves also. And I'm
Wow.
like, ah, I had one who was there who was a widow. And
Hmm.
so that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
So she's at the point of having to do things by herself, having
Hmm.
to pay bills and having to move. So I'm like, oh, wow. So there's a different age group, there's a different background, there's a different degrees that are there. I had licensed counselors, I had
Hmm.
school teachers, I had managers, I had business owners. And I'm like, everybody's in different places of life,
Hmm.
but we're all just trying to find her.
That's That's pretty amazing to think that there would be so many professional women there
Mm-hmm.
who still needed to rediscover themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because you almost kind of equate professional women
As I got it.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But just because someone operates in a role or a position, it does not necessarily mean that, hey, I know who I am. I just may know how to do this job well.
Mm-hmm.
But that does not necessarily mean I know who I am because I may not even, that just may be what I do
Mm-hmm.
and what I
Or
do
just a
well,
piece of me.
a piece of
That's
me.
just a piece of me.
But that's not where my happiness truly is.
And I think that is the key. When we're rediscovering ourselves, we tap into happiness. We
Mm-hmm.
tap into something that our job can't give us, our
Mm-hmm.
children can't give us. It's like, oh, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sense of peace, there's a sense of freedom that's there.
You know that's my word, right?
What's which one? Peace and freedom?
Freedom. Yes. Yes.
Hey, claim it. There's a
Right.
piece. But I'll tell you, as I was getting ready for the event, I seen this card because I'm trying to decorate and the atmosphere of the event. So I wanted the event for you to be able to rediscover yourself no matter what room you walked in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't do the fancy tables and the flowers and everything. When people walk in, they go, "Oh, that's beautiful."
Mm-hmm.
No, I wanted them to be able to walk in and find themselves. So there were mirrors on the tables. There were reflections of them on the table. I had the table set up as a vision board. So they
Okay.
were able to draw, they were able to write, they were able to put stickers on the table. And once they got ready to leave, that was for them because
Mm.
they took the time to find out who they were 10 years ago, who they
Ah.
were now, and who
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to become.
That's
So as
pretty
I said, we're,
good.
we're always discovering who we are,
Mm-hmm. Because we're
no matter what
constantly
age,
evolving.
constantly. I think
Mm-hmm.
that was Michelle Obama who says becoming.
Becoming, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Sarah Jakes that says we're evolving.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
We'll give them
evolve.
a shout out. Maybe they'll hit this podcast.
So
Eh,
let me ask you this. When you were in the room and
mhm,
there were so many women in the room,
mhm.
what was something that you noticed that gave you like an aha moment that
Oh,
maybe you were not, that just kind of totally caught you off guard?
well, there were a couple.
Okay.
One of the things that I remember, one was the age group, the gap in the age group. But the second thing was that no matter what the age group, there was this like sense of peace and
Mm,
bonding where people were actually, it didn't matter who was at the table with them, whether they came with their friends or not, but there was just this atmosphere that was set. And I didn't know that atmosphere was set,
mm,
but it just happened. And that's when you know it's a God thing.
mm-hmm,
Um, so everybody that was there, it was just like, we're all here for the same thing.
mm-hmm.
There's no, you know how they say women get in a room and we have cat fights?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
There was no cat fights. There was really peace, love, and joy in the room.
That's
And
beautiful.
I recognized it,
Uh-huh.
but I had several people come to me. And one girl was the licensed counselor, and she said, Kim, I could have sat in that room all day.
Wow.
She says, I could have just sat there and listened all day. And it was supposed to be over at 1. And, I'm trying to rush and get everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
But we ended up not leaving till a little after 2. But
Wow.
nobody left.
Wow.
Everybody stayed. Everybody stayed because the atmosphere was so peaceful and people were there to wanting someone to pour inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it was like they were thirsty for this.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. I love to hear stories like that where women can actually come together and just be poured into, um, be refueled.
Hmm.
and just,
Healing. There was even a spot for healing there.
oh, come on.
That was not a part of the plan
Uh-huh.
at all. I didn't see that one coming. I
Mm-hmm.
was running in the back trying to make sure brunch was just about ready, and
Mm-hmm.
I came back out, and they were just wiping their faces, and they were
Wow.
like, "Do you have any Kleenexes? Do you have any napkins?" And I'm like, "What happened?" And so at that point, someone was sharing who they were
Mm-hmm.
and what they had to do to change themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Had gone from being married to now divorced,
Uh-huh.
whose children were in college and they were there sitting in the house and had found themselves in a spot of depression because they
Mm-hmm.
didn't know who they were. They had been that woman, that lady, that her for everybody else, but had failed to be that for her.
Mm.
And when I seen the tears falling down, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. And so
Mm-hmm.
there were so many women that were just crying,
Mm-hmm.
whether they were crying for themselves or crying for the next person that was sharing their story. It
Mm-hmm.
became into a story. People were actually telling their stories. And so I'm just grateful just to be able to open the door because even though I'm a licensed missionary in the Church of God in Christ, I didn't set it up for that.
Right.
But God will slip in. He
Uh-huh.
will slip in.
Girl, he
And
didn't
that was,
slip in. He was already there. He's omnipresent. Come on.
I thought he slipped in. And I was like, wait a minute, are we at church? And they was like, no, but we are church people. We will have church. I was like, you go to church. But it was just wonderful to see the presence of God move in a different way,
Right.
in a different atmosphere.
It was
Um,
not scripted.
it was not scripted at all.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
before I got there, I found a card. And on the card they had a color.
Mm-hmm.
And the color says, draw nigh unto God. James 4:8. Is there a James 4:8? Oh, this missionary gonna be in trouble. Hold up, hold up. Yes, it's James 4:8. Don't, yeah. Draw nigh unto God. And I took that and it was like, as God draws nigh, you draw nigh unto God, God will reveal you to you.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, that was an aha moment for me. And I
Uh-huh.
didn't get it there, but God gave it to me before I got there.
Mm-hmm.
Draw nigh to God, and God will help you discover just who you are.
Wow. So as we get ready to wrap this thing up,
Oh, we got to wrap it up.
I don't want to. I really don't, because I could really keep talking about this a little bit longer. Um, I I do have a few more questions. The
I'll try
other
to be short.
thing, I'm sorry.
I'll be short winded. Okay.
No, you don't have to be. You don't have to
Okay.
be. Um, my next question is, do you see yourself doing this like maybe quarterly or oh, I got a little bit more time. Quarterly or maybe twice a year or maybe taking it to other cities or something like that?
I don't know if this is a hot flash coming or if it's just anxiety or nervousness. So before I left there, one of the girls, she raised her hand. She was one of the licensed counselors there. She says she had a phone call and somebody asked her to ask me if I would consider doing this 3 times a year. And I'm like, I'm just trying to get over one. Like, I'm just trying to rediscover her, me. But that was a moment where it was like, okay, it's not just you, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to reflect back on when let me get churchy, when God saved me, what my ministry was.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked and I'm like, oh, I didn't see this one coming. I didn't see this was coming. So that is a possibility. And I'll give you this, was one of my fears. So about 3, maybe 4 years ago, I did something called Dream Big. And it was for not just, I think it was for women. It was about small businesses. There I go again, trying to help the women. But I had a lady from New York that contacted me and wanted me to bring Dream Big to New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been praying. I was like, God, yeah, take it on the road. Let's go big. And when she called, I was like, I can't do that. I don't have a team. I don't, how am I going to get everybody to New York? Like, I don't know anything about that side of New York. I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't know who she thought she was calling. So at that point, fear hit me. And I was like, that's way too big. But this time I said, God, whatever you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
however you want to do it, whether it's small, big, whether it's in the country or out of the country, I'm ready because I've discovered who I am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yes.
And I know you I think you posted about her and what
Mhm.
her means.
Oh, wait a minute. That was another God moment. Oh, give me just a few more minutes. Okay, so I posted about who her was, and I went and made this t-shirt up, but nobody knew it was a t-shirt. And I posted it online. I was like, her is unshakable. I'm surprised I don't have this shirt on today because I have worn this shirt out. I gotta order some more shirts. But it just was defining who her was. And for those, you can go to my page, Kim Watson, and find me and check out the shirt. But I didn't have anybody to be able to make the shirt for me. And I'm like, man, I really wish I could have this shirt. I got to the event and one of the ladies was walking through the door and she said, I made you something.
Mhm.
It was the shirt. When I tell you God will give you the desires of your heart, even if they're small desires, I
Hmm.
really wanted that shirt. And when I tell you, not only did I have the shirt on, but her and all of her friends walked in with the shirt on.
God be
And I was
God.
like, huh?
God be God.
God be God. So I don't even know what your question was, but I wanted to
I asked
share.
what was the meaning of her? What?
Oh, her. She's unshakable.
Hmm.
She's fulfilling everything that God has created her to be. Hold up.
I was coming to it.
You was coming
I
to
was
it. Well, I didn't know how
coming to it.
much time we had.
I was coming to it. I got you.
You got me. Okay, okay.
I got
You guys
you.
go to go to my page and figure. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna pin it to the top, so you'll be able to find just what her is.
Her
But I just
page
thought,
on Facebook is what she's referring to.
yes, go to my page on Facebook.
So she was in Dallas this past weekend and she did something. And now I'm going to let her tell you this final thing.
Okay, this is my final thing. So, I was invited. So I want people to come journey along with me as I get ready to turn 50. So
Hmm.
whether it's something that I'm doing or somebody else is doing, I want to be a part of it. And I want other people to come along because some people may not get to experience it, but they can experience it through other people.
Hmm.
So I was invited to go celebrate someone's birthday and to make perfume. So
Hmm.
we're out there making the perfume, and the owner, I don't know if the person was the owner or one of the managers or something, but the name of the place is Coco and Shay in Dallas, Texas. And the first part of it says the first scent that someone smells should tell the story. How do you want someone to feel? What do you want them to know about you? And so we're doing all this, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Uh-huh.
I'm about to do this. And so we're going through it and I'm writing down what I wanted and don't have me to run and go get this paper. But so I bottled my own perfume
Hmm.
and it's called Her.
Her.
Yes, yes, it is called Her. Now you got to let it sit up 4 weeks before well, you can spray it, but it works best if it sits up 4 weeks. But
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Okay.
So in 4 weeks, I plan to be doing something on that day
Okay.
and I'm gonna wear her.
Oh,
So
nice.
her is not just her is now a fragrance. If you would like that
Nice.
fragrance, you can contact me. I can get you what I put in it. But her is not just about stepping in the place and someone being able to smell you and they know that you're there. But when you walk out, they should know that you have been there. So it's not just one thing, it's multidimensional.
I love it.
So
I
yeah,
love it.
I've gone from a shirt to perfume. God is just really blowing my mind. So her is a love story.
Ah,
Her is a love story.
I love
Um,
it.
about falling in love with you all over again and loving what you do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you so much for sharing your story and for being a guest once again on the Change Navigator podcast. Listen, if you want to stay up to date with what's going on the Change Navigator podcast, you can follow me on Instagram, the underscore change underscore navigator. You can also go to my website, www.thechangenavigator.info, or you can go to my YouTube channel, that's The Change Navigator. You can hit like and subscribe to get all of my podcasts as soon as they upload. All right. Remember, as I would say, when you change your behavior, no, that's not what I say. What do I say? I'm having a brain fog moment. It's okay. I do have a tagline. I can't remember it right now.
It's
It's
okay.
okay. It's
It's
okay.
okay
I
because you're
always
still
say
great.
I'm still great. And guess what I always say? If my thoughts don't come back to me within 24 business hours, I don't worry about them anymore.
It's over. It's okay.
When you change your thinking, your behavior will reflect it. That's it. See, it came back just that quick. I love it. All right. Y'all have a good one. All right.
Thanks. Thanks, Paula. Talk to you
You're
later.
welcome. Thanks.